Good morning, children. Welcome back to the online classes of Mother of India Public School. I am Ridu Pathak, your physics teacher. In this segment, we will be discussing about the second chapter of physics, that is magnetic effect of electric current. So, let us start with the chapter. Magnetic effect of electric current means that when an electric current flows through any wire, then it produces magnetism around it. This can be tested with the help of a magnetic compass. You place a compass near a wire, then it will show deflection. This represents the magnetic field around that wire. Now let us discuss about a magnet. A magnet is a material which can attract or repel any magnetic material placed nearby it. It can be iron, nickel, cobalt, steel, etc. Lodestone is a naturally occurring magnet. A magnet has two poles, a north pole and a south pole. The two poles of the magnet can never be separated. If a magnet is freely suspended, then the pole which rests in the north direction is the north pole, and the pole which rests in the south direction of the earth is called as the south pole. Now for a magnet, the two poles, that is, if we take the like poles north and north or south, they are going to repel each other, as the like poles they always repel, and the unlike, that is, if we take south and north pole, then they will always attract each other. If you place these two together, they will come close to each other. This red color of a magnet which you can see is a bar magnet, which is a long rectangular bar of uniform cross-sectional area and can attract the pieces of iron. This has the two poles written on it, north pole and the south pole, and you can see the curved lines around it representing the magnetic field. The area around the magnet in which its magnetic force can be experienced by any other magnetic substance is called as its magnetic field, which can be represented with the help of the magnetic lines of force. The magnetic lines of force you can see are running from the north pole to the south pole. This magnetic effect due to electric current was first stated by S.C. Oersted. Now we will discuss about the magnetic field lines. You have already seen the diagram before. The magnetic field lines are closed curves. You have seen the field lines which are moving around the magnet. These field lines are stronger wherever they are closer, and wherever they are far apart, they represent a weak magnetic field. These field lines, they never intersect each other or overlap each other. They always lie parallel to each other, because at the point of intersection there will be two north direction, which is impossible. The direction of the field lines inside the magnet is from south to north, and outside the magnet is from north to south. The relative strength of the magnetic field is shown by the degree of the closeness. Wherever the field lines are close, the magnetic field is strong. Now, how to represent a magnetic field? Take a bar magnet, place it on a piece of cardboard and sprinkle some iron dust around it. Tap the cardboard gently. We will see that the iron dust, they arrange itself from north to south around the bar magnet. You can see the diagram. The iron fillings are going to arrange itself around the bar magnet in the same pattern. This will represent the magnetic field. This experiment can be done in the lab itself also. Now here is another way to plot the magnetic field. You can see a bar magnet and the small compass kept next to the north pole. As you keep the magnetic compass next to the north pole, it will attract the south pole of the magnet, and the North pole will move away from the north as it repels. Now we can put a dot in front of the compass and again move the compass to the next position. This is how we can plot the magnetic field lines. As we move the compass to the next position, the same will happen. The tail, that is the south pole, will move towards the north and the north pole will move away from the north pole. And this is how the magnetic fields will be formed. Move it again to the next position, put a point, then move to the next position and put the point. We will be getting a closed circular curve moving from north to the south pole. This is how the magnetic field lines will be. Now we will discuss about an experiment to represent magnetic field due to a current carrying conductor. Let us see, and this experiment was performed by Oersted. So it's also known as Oersted's experiment. We can see a circuit through which the current is flowing, and we have placed a magnetic needle next to it, which represents the magnetic field produced due to the electric current flowing through the circuit. You can see the circuit. Okay, when the current flows through the circuit, the magnetic needle is going to show deflection, which represents that the magnetic field is generated next to the wire through which the current is flowing. People can see the circuit. Now if we interchange the terminals of the battery, we will see that the deflection is reversed. If we interchange the terminals of the battery, the direction of the current reverse, and as the direction of the current reverse, the direction of the magnetic field also get reversed. So deflection shows that the magnetic field is produced, and the experiment is known as the Oersted's experiment. The pattern of magnetic field produced by the current carrying conductor depends on the shape of the conductor itself. Different magnetic field patterns are produced by different shape of the conductors, like a straight line conductor carrying current, a circular loop carrying current, and a solenoid. So there are three different type of conductor, three different shapes of the conductor, and now we will be studying about this. So let us see the very first one, magnetic field due to a current through a straight line conductor. Now before starting this, let us first understand the concept of right hand thumb rule. Now according to the right hand thumb rule, if a straight line conductor is held in a right hand in such a way that the direction of current is in the upward direction and thumb is also pointing in the upward direction, then the fingers encircling the wire will be giving the direction of the magnetic field around it. You can see it in the diagram. The thumb points in the upward direction and the finger encircles in the anti-clockwise direction. Now if the direction of the current is changed, the direction of the thumb will also be changed. The thumb will now point downwards and the direction of the fingers will again change. Now the fingers will be pointing in the clockwise direction. So the current is downwards, then the magnetic field will be in the clockwise direction. Now let us see the straight line conductor. Here is a circuit given. You can see the brown line in the circuit. This is the straight line conductor which is connected to the circuit. Let that brown line, the wire, be passing through the cardboard sheet on which we have sprinkled some iron dust. Now as soon as the current passes through the wire, we will see that the iron sprinkle is going to arrange itself in the concentric lines, which represents the magnetic field. Now as the direction of the current is downwards, so the direction of the magnetic field will be in the clockwise direction. Now we can see over here the concentric circles at every point of the conductor, that is encircling the wire. Direction of the magnetic field can be find out by the right hand thumb rule, that is in the clockwise direction. The circles are closer near the conductor. Now the magnetic field intensity will be more as the strength of the current is more, and if the current is less, then the intensity of magnetic field will also be lesser. Now as we move away from the wire, the intensity of the magnetic field will be lesser. This shows that magnetic field is inversely proportional to the distance of the conductor and directly proportional to the strength of the conductor. So this was the magnetic field pattern due to the straight current carrying conductor, that is in the concentric circles around the straight line conductor, that is the current passing to the center of these concentric circles. Now coming to the different pattern, that is magnetic field due to a current carrying circular loop. You can see the circular loop over here. The current is flowing upward from the positive terminal. You can see the arrow up and coming towards the different side, that is the other side towards the negative terminal. Now the same way, if you pass the loop through a cardboard piece and sprinkle some iron dust over it, we will see that the iron dust will arrange itself into the concentric circle around the two centers, that is the two loop end of the circular loop. You can see it in the diagram. Yes, the iron dust is going to arrange itself into the concentric circles, and the direction of the magnetic field can be found again by the right hand thumb rule. Yes, the concentric circles are at every point of the two centers. They become larger and larger as we move away. Every point on the wire carrying current will give rise to magnetic field appearing as if the straight line wire is at the center of the loop. Now we can have a look on the diagram again. You can see the diagram here, and you can see the pattern of the magnetic field at the two centers. You can see the concentric circles, which are the magnetic field. The magnetic field is somewhat parallel at the center of the loop. The direction of the magnetic field inside the loop is same. When the current is upward, it is anti-clockwise, down it is clockwise. The magnetic field increases as the current increases, and as we move away from the center, the magnetic field decreases, that is, it is inversely proportional to the distance from the center. Now if we increase the number of turns in the coil, that means more the number of loops, the magnetic field will also increase. Now coming to the third pattern, that is magnetic field due to the current in a solenoid. First we will see what is a solenoid. Take a pencil and take an insulated copper wire. Wound the pencil on the copper wire. Leave the two ends free and connect it to the battery. We will see this starts working like a bar magnet. You bring any iron or steel substance to it, you bring all pins to it, it will start attracting towards the solenoid. So this behaves like a bar magnet. Okay, a solenoid is a coil of many circular windings wrapped in a shape of a cylinder, and when the current is passed through it, it behaves similar like a bar magnet. The pattern of the field is also similar like a bar magnet in case of the solenoid. You can see the field lines over here. It is similar to the bar magnet, running from north to south pole outside the magnet and from south to north inside the magnet. At the poles, the intensity of the magnetic field increases, and as we move away from the poles, the intensity decreases. A coil of many circular turns of insulated copper wire wrapped closely in a cylindrical form is a solenoid. Okay. The field pattern is same like the bar magnet. The magnetic field running inside the solenoid are parallel, running from south to north. You can see the circuit over here of a solenoid. Okay. Solenoid can also be used to magnetize magnetic materials like soft iron. It has a industrial use also in the form of an electromagnet. Electromagnet is a temporary magnet. It can easily be demagnetized. Its strength can be varied. You increase the current or the number of loops, the strength of the magnetism will increase. Polarity can be reversed by changing the direction of the battery terminals, and it can be a stronger magnet comparative to other ones. Now we are discussing about the permanent magnet. They cannot be demagnetized easily. Its strength is fixed. Polarity cannot be reversed, and generally they are weak magnet comparative to a electromagnet. So the strength of a electromagnet depends upon the strength of current, the number of loops, and the type of material used for making the electromagnet. If we use soft iron, then the intensity of magnetism will increase. Now in the next segment we will be studying about clock face rule to know the direction of magnetic field through the solenoid.